Who are the leaders in the transaction per second narrative and sector? Solana, Aptos, Sui. Okay, that's what we want to be paying attention to. Say is another one. So say not quite as strong. It has resistance overhead. I'd lean towards Sui, but does have some bullish divergence. Question is why do that when you can buy Sui? Okay. Kadena, don't like this. It's on KuCoin. I would just stay away from these, and even Metis. I Metis over Kadena, but that's a messy chart. And again, why? The US companies, I believe Sui is US, isn't it? And so these are the ones that are going to outperform. All right, let's just keep going on this. Also, Sui has a really thriving ecosystem like SuiPad. I'd be favoring these if you have an MEXC account. SuiPad looking good, and SuiSwap as well. That's why I have these in there. These could really be outperformers. So showing green TSIs on the weekly. All right, so now we have a nice little narrative building because as Sui goes up, these second tier programs and protocols also go up. SuiPad, SuiSwap. SuiSwap is like a Uniswap. Again, transaction per second. SuiPad is a launch pad, which they can launch other blockchains, other layer 2 projects on their layer 1 blockchain. So it's funny, I had Brock Pierce on my mind. He should come out and call something blockchain. Actually, probably not. That's kind of corny. Wish he didn't make it on the cruise, by the way. He was supposed to be there. It would have been fun to hang out with Brock Pierce, but he's hard to pin down. And I don't blame him. He would have had 2,000 people trying to meet with him. So let's see. DYDX. We haven't looked at that in a while. I think we're going into the weeds a bit on TradeFi. TradeFi really struggling a bit. Let's see. Lido, DeFi we talked about. Ondo and Lido, my two favorites. OGN in there. We have Griffin AI way down. It's not altcoin season, you guys. Not time to be buying most of these. Not time to be buying Gala Games or GameFi or Metaverse or any of that stuff. So take a look at MicroStrategy in a nice steady uptrend. Coinbase, I mean, these are ones to own if you're in it for the long term. I don't want to get into this. I'm just kind of searching and stalling here for a bit. I feel like there's one more thing that I really want to share with you, and I'm searching for it. But other than that, I think we can call it a day. Thanks, Charles. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sui is a US-based token. What else can we pull up here to give us some more clarity? But I think, we have covered a lot of it. Charles, I think you were a little bit late, but I was giving you kudos for buying Solana down in that 110 to 120 range and to be DCAing coin as you have been. So good job on that. Worth watching the replay on this when we get it out. And yeah, so 1 hour, 4 hour charts, I guess we can jump over to that. The Bitcoin path to 150K to 200K. I guess why don't we revisit that? Bitcoin All Studies, actually, I have a feeling we should look at this as well. Monthly time frame, good to pay attention to. Guys, I don't know why my charts are kind of gone black and then sometimes white, and then they think it's in white mode already, and I've got to do it twice. So bear with me. Click it back. There we go. What happened there? All right, wish we had audio controls. So what do we have? Nice long monthly chart of Bitcoin. Guys, we're holding strong, still very bullish long-term chart. Even in a bear market, this thing held this trend line. So that's the good news. But looking at this is what I wanted to revisit. The RSI calming down, holding that 60 level. That's important, starting to bounce up a bit. So that's good. And on the stochastics RSI, coming down a bit. My note to self is watch the 2-month stochastics RSI. Now this is a bit worrisome, a bit more worrisome because that would suggest that not that the top is in, but we're sort of rolling over. The 2-month here, we had November 2020. These are 2-month bars. Jan of 2021. And then March of 2021, we still had another peak in prices, but as this started to roll over, that was kind of foreshadowing that the bull run was over, right?